Tonight, the Eastern Florida State College Titans battle in a Suncoast Conference match with huge implications for the postseason. Live from the Titan Fieldhouse on Eastern Florida's Melbourne campus, it's the Titans taking on the Daytona State Falcons, and it's next. Big Suncoast Conference volleyball matchup tonight here at the Titan Fieldhouse in Melbourne. Eastern Florida taking on their rivals from right up I-95, the Daytona State College Falcons. Jeff Radcliffe along with the former UCF outside hitter Aaron Campbell. So glad to have you for Titans volleyball here on WEFS. Look, Daytona State ranked, I believe, number 19 now in the most recent region poll. Eastern Florida still kind of trying to get some lift under those wings right now. 6-2 versus 2-6, reciprocal records, but this could be a matchup with some pretty explosive potential.
Yeah, and I think we see a lot of balance from both teams. You know, we know that Daytona State has a very, very powerful offense, but there's a lot of teams that can respond well by being very scrappy and have a lot of defense. So we're going to see that kind of offense versus defense matchup tonight.
These two teams met once previously this season. It was a 3-1 win for Daytona State College, and you always want to have that second look, right? Absolutely,
and we know that, you know, Eastern Florida is one of those teams that's going to push you and have those marathon matches, so tonight can be one of those that we see go extra.
Eastern Florida, despite the record in conference at 2-6, 4-7 overall, have played in just one match this season, which they've lost, where they've actually been swept. And that was by the #1 team in Florida Southwestern State. So they have been in matches. It's very easy to turn this around.
Yeah, and it's a defensive change. It's the right matchup. It's just something as simple as that. That can be the X factor that makes it easier for Eastern Florida to pull out. You know, Daytona State is a very competitive team, but they're not perfect. You know, there's definitely a way to beat them with a really, really good game plan.
Game 3 of a 5-game homestand here. Crucial to win when you're on that home court. What's the familiarity of having, I guess, the floor bounce? What is it about playing at home that really kind of helps you out in this environment?
Yeah, especially with a lower ceiling and you have all of these other obstacles in the gym, it does make it, you kind of know how to read the gym a lot better. Obviously, you don't have to travel as far. You can do your routine because, you know, athletes are very superstitious people, so it's nice to have that.
Pause now for our national anthem. Let's meet our players to watch tonight for Daytona State and Eastern Florida State College. And for the Falcons, Vea Frobel, player who leads the Suncoast Conference in kills per set with 4.32 kills per set.
And she's just really quiet, composed. She's going to be the emotional leader for this team. Nothing really rattles her. We've seen her grow a lot over the past few years, but yeah, she is certainly one to watch on that Falcon side today.
German on one side, and on the other, you've got Giselle Gerard, graduate of Lake Nona High School, played for Jake Penaloza. Look, And if Froebel's great, so is she. She's second in the conference in kills per set.
Yeah, and that's going to be an awesome matchup. You know, we see her kind of being able to run offense wherever she's from. She's going to score a lot of points, but she also is very smart about how she's attacking. So she's going to get those tricky tips and other points to make mitigate the gap.
Sure. Take a look at our starting lineups for each side. On the left, Daytona State College of Visitors will have Caitlin Thompson, Sarah Stratton, Alina Carrillo, Victoria Zarazel will serve as the setter tonight, Danielson and Froebel. And then on the other side, Desiree Cruz will be one of the middle blockers, along with Delphina Beams. Riley Patrick, an outside hitter, will pair up there with Giselle Gerard. Janeline DeJesus is going to be the setter. Rosemary Rivera, another middle. So they're very strong in the middle. The libero will be Julie Torres. Take a look at our coaches. On the left for Eastern Florida in his third season is Carmelo Elutiza, and it's Laura Booker Anderson in her first season at the helm of the Falcons.
From Melbourne, number 4, Delphina Beams.
Referee crew tonight is a good one. The R1 is Ricky Cruz. Dave Scove is the R2, the down ref. The line judges are Arianda Cruz and Alfredo Pacheco.
Sophomore from Orlando, number 11, Giselle Gerard.
Introductions to the crowd here at the Titan Fieldhouse,
Number 12, Rosemary Rivera.
as the Titans will be in the green uniforms.
Number 8, Julie Torres. The head coach of the Titans, Melina Letiza. Assistant coach is Josh Heeman. Let's play volleyball.
We're set for action. We do the wave. In the age of COVID, no more of the handshakes underneath the net, right?
No, and no switching sides, which will throw you off.
Yes,
it will
did.
throw you off.
Did some of the state high school championships last year, and they stayed. I'm like, what's going on?
The muscle memory of like, okay,
Right.
we're going to switch sides.
Now
I got to switch
you're
my
gonna
paper.
But for us as
Yeah.
broadcasters, it's easy.
It
We
does
don't have
make
to
it
turn our
simpler.
stuff around.
Yeah, exactly. It does make it simpler.
What's the key to getting a good start here, especially a team that you lost 3-1 to earlier this season?
Yeah, I think it's all about getting that serve receive down. You want to be able to run your offense. You want to show your opponent that you have a lot of offensive opportunities. You know, we always talk about anytime you're playing volleyball, getting the middle activated early because of the heavy reliance on the pin players. So getting that pass and that serve receive game up and going quickly, and then being able to then turn that over into offensive options through the middle.
For Daytona State College, you've seen this season, Aaron, Victoria Zarazel is the setter in place of Jenna Zimmerman, the German setter who has been outstanding, is dealing with an injury. What will be interesting if we see here on the floor at all tonight.
Yeah, and Zarazel, kudos to her. She's been able to kind of come back into the system as a setter. Now, that's like having Peyton Manning going out for the Indianapolis Colts and then trying to win the national championship or the Super Bowl. So keep in mind that that's a very, very tough position, but Zarazel has jumped into that very well.
Simone Jackson is the libero, 139 digs for Daytona State. See a lot of action tonight. She and Julie Torres. Torres from right down the road in St. Cloud, Harmony High School. Final instructions from the coaches as we await our first serve.
Now we may see a 6-2 running with Zimmerman and Zarazel for the Falcons as this match goes on. Something to keep an eye out for.
Hey, DeJesus will serve. Start things off here for the Titans. And it is match on here in Melbourne. We'll attack the pin first try. Dogged by Gerard, and she'll go back up. Point Titans.
Caitlin Thompson in the net on that swing block. Good blockers, good attackers. Gerard forces that. They want to get that block in there. They want to make sure that they slow that ball down. So good point for Eastern Florida. That's exactly what they want to start this set out with.
Jesus again. This is a team that will try to serve strong. The left hand off the block. It is good for Jordan Danielson, her first kill of the match.
Yeah, and that's why you don't want to serve the libero for the Falcons, because there's just such a consistency in Simone Jackson's pass. You want to force that ball to the pins, make those players move, maybe serve short to kind of break up that movement in the front row, because the Falcons can be really dangerous with that good, easy pass.
Jackson, the former Oviedo Lion of the state championship for Jen Darty. She was serving there, was into the net that time though. A couple of players with some state finals experience on this floor tonight.
Well, Central Florida is such a mecca for volleyball. That's really no surprise.
Doubt. Big swing from the middle from Stratton. Unable to corral it. Stratton will have the kill. And it's tied at 2.
And Torres tries, she makes the right read. She's in the right position, but that ball is coming with so much heat. She has to kind of brace it, try to take some of that heat off of it. If not, then you're just kind of a rebound. You're a backboard. So you gotta try to kind of ease that power.
Hornegay served it away. Big right hand down the line. It is in for a kill.
And that's where we see Frobel really at her best. She's so good out of system, but it's that composure. You know, things were a little bit rattled. It was kind of a chaotic play, but she just gets that nice approach, puts it down the line. Harder read to make. May want to block her if you are the Titans down that line.
From the middle that time, didn't hit the floor. Swing it to the back, dig from Gerard, who's on that back row right now. Tip to the 3-meter line and a back row attack. Good rally here from both sides. That one's a winner. Desiree Cruz.
And we saw Cruz unloading in warm-ups. She was just ripping the ball, so no surprise if they want to get her arm swing in the mix early on in this set.
Rosemary Rivera checked into the middle now for Eastern Florida. Serve coming from the left side. Delphina Beams. And one and done there on the service error.
If you're the Titans, this is a good rotation. You have 3 options. You have one of your largest players in the middle right now, Riviera 6'4".
On the right side, it is down for a point. Another one from Cruz. So that was a productive spin on the floor for the sophomore.
And easiest way to not be a right side blocker is to be a right side attacker. First ball kill, get out of it. Easy kill off the hands for Cruz.
Tied at 4 here in this first set. Floated, that was a tough serve.
Good get.
And just dove. Go to the outside, double block there from Eastern Florida. Tipped over, no problem from Torres. From the back row, and off of Cornegay for the point.
And that's where I think the Titans can have this momentum gain. They keep the match short, if that makes any sense. They're not making it long. They're not allowing the breathing room for the Falcons. They're keeping it really, really tight and forcing the Falcons to be very uncomfortable.
Bit of a slide there. Roll to the back. Back row attack from Frobel. She will hit from anywhere. That one is wide of the target. Point, Daytona State.
And Gerard just didn't get her feet to that ball. Had to be a little bit too long. Made the compromise with the arm swing too, and that's going to force that ball out of bounds.
Riley Wyatt, the defensive specialist, in to serve. And a point for Eastern Florida.
Good setting choice, very spread on defense. Just dumps it right over into the middle. Easy kill.
1 point lead here in this first set. Riley Patrick will let it fly from Vero Beach. Free ball, and it's an ace. Her 8th of the season.
And we knew serve receive was going to be a big factor for the Titans, but so far they've been putting the heat on the serve, forcing the Falcons completely out of system. Great game plan from the Titans bench.
Patrick.
Of course.
As soon as you say it, commentators curse. I talked with Coach Elatiza a few moments ago before the match, and our DNA is to serve tough. I'd rather them hit it in the net and make a mistake than be too easy. Put them under pressure. Serve from Zarazell. Off the block, another point. Kill for the Titans. Cruz again.
And just a great matchup for Rivera.
Rivera, excuse me.
Carrillo, not the best blocker on the court. A little bit late on that, a little bit smaller. It's just a good matchup for that slide. Keep running it all day.
The set from Zarazell, high flying down the line. It's good for Carrillo. Haggerty product, third in hit percentage in the Suncoast Conference.
Great setting choice by Zarazell. Block stays. Outside pin player tries to dive into that block. Easy kill.
Carrillo will serve now. Poked along the side and into the net. Point Falcons. Oh, then you have the setting sun to our west, staring right into the server's eyes. So Carrillo.
Don't be offended if I don't look at you, Jeff. I don't want to.
That's all right.
And Gerard getting activated on that long swing into that seam. That's a really good beat. That's a good battle with her and Jackson. That's the perfect spot. If you go right almost where you want that ball to land on that line, Judge, you're going to be in good shape. That's a good shot.
It's like the end of the second Lord of the Rings, right? So, two towers. Gandalf comes in right on a horse. The sun behind him. Eastern Florida's trying to take advantage here. Oh, big cross-court swing is good for Froebel. Second kill.
And where she's so good is if you watch her approach, she's showing line this whole time. She's flat to the net, last second, she turns it over with the wrist.
Jackson in action at the serving spot again, the libero. Aces had 15 of them coming in, leads the team. On the right side, it was denied. Will reload. Gerard perhaps again? No, they'll come to the near side. And it works out. Cruz.
So far, Cruz has been almost perfect. 3 kills on not more than 3 attempts. I mean, just doing a great job making her assignments, beating one of the best blocking rotations for the Falcons. Just hitting high and being smart.
That'll help the percentage, .082 coming in. So 3 for 3 will help. Stung the knuckles. Coming off of Cruz. Point. Give that to Froebel again. By my count, that's her third.
Now serving Brooke Cornegate.
All stats unofficial.
Yeah.
FYI. Cornegate to serve. Tied at 10 here in the first set. Big winds. Dump to the back row.
Good slow
top. Ooh, big swing from Froebel. And that will yield another pointer, fourth kill.
Zarazell just doing an amazing job of splitting this offense. You're going to see Stratton run behind, blocks late, huge seam for Froebel. You know, it's a tough rotation to block against because you have 2 players that can just rip the ball. You have to just make an educated guess sometimes, especially when you have a very tricky setter.
11-10, they set the middle quickly, and Cruz knocks it down. Tied at 11, nip and tuck.
And if you're the Titans, this is the rotation you want to keep on the front row as long as possible. You have one of your tallest players on the court that can do a lot of blocking damage. You do have Riley Patrick in the front row, and you have, so far, your kills leader, Desiree Cruz. So defense is critical around this serve right now from Ruiz.
Angelica Ruiz, the defensive specialist, comes on for Coach Elutiza to serve, and will be just that one. Point to the visitors. She will sit down, as will Delphenia Beams. Svea Frobel from Auschausen, Germany. And free ball. Back row.
Nice swing.
Frobel had the first contact on the near side. The third and final was Carrillo.
And Carrillo, not the most, like, you know, athletic looking on the court sometimes, but she's got such springs in her feet. She's so good about getting her feet to the ball that she creates good opportunities for swings.
Listen, it's just 5'9". Oh, just roll it over. And dump, but in the net though.
Coach Elutize a little bit frustrated. Easy point turns into an easy point for your opponent. You got to have that body control, be smart.
Could have been a party ball, it was a party foul.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what a serve, my goodness. Ace.
That ball just died right as it came over the net.
Her 14th ace, and it's a timeout for Eastern Florida. 15-11 the score here in this first set. So Coach Elutize slowing it down. Looks about a 5-point run here for Daytona State. You'd have to say good timeout just to slow down the pace a little.
Yeah, and I think what, you know, the Titans did so well to stay close was have that serve receive. It was just really focused. It was dialed in. They were able to run that offense, but so far that has taken, you know, it's kind of leading the charge in what's happening for their offense.
Well, getting a college degree is an exciting and prosperous adventure. However, you may face challenges along the way. Don't let issues you may have prevent you from getting your degree. Reach out through EFSC Cares to get the help you need today. For assistance, you can call the EFSC Cares hotline at 321-631-8569. That's 321-631. It's on your screen, 8569. First time out of the match for Coach Elutize. His team down by 4 points here in this first set. 10 away from a first set victory for Coach Laura Booker Anderson and her Daytona State Falcons. 7-3 coming in, 6-2 in conference play. Looking to repeat the feat, beating Eastern Florida 3-1 back on August 31st. Mentioned in our opener, there's 4 teams from this conference in the national top 20. That's deep. Point Titans, that's what you want to get coming out of a timeout. Cuts it to 15-12.
Now serving Jim's Maldonado.
Serve from Zarazel, got away a bit. The outside, that was a little low. Patrick couldn't do much with it.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of that for Titans. Is a little bit of inconsistency in ball placement on the attack. So way too far inside, almost like a 32. Patrick can't get her feet to that ball. Got to try to do something with it, right? Tip it over, put it deep.
As an outside hitter, when you saw one of those low hangers, what do you try to do to get it over?
Anything, anything, not hit the net. Anything.
In the rafters, it's in play. It's a low ceiling here. As long as it doesn't go over the net, it's an in-play ball.
Now serving Riley Patrick.
16-13, Patrick to serve again. That one is wide. Service error. You're going to miss a serve, you want to do it net, right?
Yeah.
Net or long.
Oh, no, you'd probably rather it go long because then there's a chance that somebody's going to make a play on it. But, you know, when you're trying to battle back, those 3 service errors feel like 20. You know, they feel like there's a lot more, and especially in a team that kind of has your number, they beat you 3-1, you really want to zero in on that.
On the slide, it goes for Rivera.
And Carrillo just completely misreading this play. Stays with the setter way too long. It's not even her assignment. She should have been tracking her hitter the whole time. Leaves it wide open for Rivera to get the kill that she wants right down that line.
Lead cut to 3. Here's Torres. A cheeky freshman. Boy, punched over. Keep this in system, and that one flew away off the hand of Gerard. Oh, was it touched?
I think Jackson touched it on the end line.
Ricky Cruz will explain to Victoria Zarazel. We'll take a look and see what transpired here.
So I don't think it happened at the net. I think it happened off of Jackson.
Oh.
It looks like she pulled her hand right at the last second. You know, it's really close.
There's no video assistant referee.
No, you can't call a replay.
Volleyball.
Yeah.
So it's 17-15. They'll get the point back there, though.
And good teams just first ball kill, right? They just, whatever they have happen, whatever the response is, they get back in there, get a good pass, and first ball kill, and that's exactly what the Falcons just did.
Grillo serves strong. Settle it. Found the spot on the floor deep. Gerard.
Still came out of the setter's hands a little flat, died a little bit. Didn't get to take that full approach, but just that's what you do.
Work it.
You work it. You find the seam, you find where it's going to have the most effective kill percentage, and you just go after it. Think defensively, but know that you have the offensive option.
Beams. In system. No first ball kill that time. Good heady play there from Rivera. Look at Gerard. Back to Gerard. Right hand coming towards the scorer's table, and it is gonna make it over. The rally continues. And that will work. Cruz with a missile, her 5th kill.
So far, the shoulder of Cruz has been the tool that gets them out of jams. Just so efficient on that right side right now. I love that they're running her kind of all over the court too in that first ball kill scenario. They're running twos with her. They're letting her get her power in.
Cruz, one of those players that had to scatter from the College of Central Florida when their program went away. And it's Eastern Florida's game. Swing, controlled by Torres. Go again to Cruz, bang! 6 now for her, she's tied it at 18.
And it's just every left pin blocker. Look how late the hands are. Give credit to Cruz, but that's just, you know, bad block assignment. She has the whole court she wants, and a hitter like that is going to take full advantage of that open court.
So timeout for the Falcons. This run to level the terms here at 18. Cruz listed as a middle blocker, playing out at the right side. Is it unusual to see a right side hitter lead you in kills?
No, it's not, especially if it's part of your system. And keep in mind that if you know that is the zone that your opponent's blockers are weakened, you want to force that ball to the right-hand side. It's schematic. It is not by accident. They are putting the ball and giving Cruz free rein to just swing heavy.
There's a little look at the exploits of Desiree Cruz here so far this match.
And really, we've seen her run all over the court. She ran a 2 there, had the 2 blockers in front of her face, was able to cut it back. But where we've seen the most power from her is on this right-hand side, making things happen, reading the block, finding the seams, just doing everything she can to steal a set away from the Falcons.
Was second team all-conference as a freshman a year ago. Riley Patrick back in for Eastern Florida. Into the ball, I guess. Can't play without one.
No, even though we've got 3 sitting right in front of us, right?
Don't want to dirty those, huh?
That's right.
Janlyn De Jesus, sophomore setter, Out of Kissimmee Osceola. And she gets the ace.
Just a
Her
line
10th.
drive.
Her 10th ace of the season. 5th in the Suncoast Conference in assists per set with 7.77. No word if she lives on 77 Sunset Strip. Fine throw ball. Gerard. One of the two big hitters, Frobel and Gerard, last couple of hits. Big dig from Carrillo.
Oh,
Gerard
great
can't put it
get.
down.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, they're selling out. Tipped.
Oh.
Will that do it? It will not. Again, they reload. It's an overpass. Almost an absorption. What a rally.
Good block.
Oh,
and a
off the
mishit
antenna.
off the set. Oh, man.
Sometimes in those rallies, Aaron, it's never about the play, it's about the mistake, right?
And it's about, yeah, I think she just misread where she was in relationship to the net. You could see how she dominated with that left hand, thinking she's at that 10-foot line, rather than being as tight as she was to the net. It just got away from her. Oh, what a rally, though. Gave me the chills.
The pumps. It's Jackson to serve. 19 all. In the middle. No problem for Zarazell. Come with Danielson. Not that time.
And every time you go to attack a block or a ball that's way tight to the net, the expectation is you're going to get a block. To try to push that one back inside, create that free ball opportunity for your players to make the play. But great blocking, great heads-up play by Patrick on the left side.
Stung that one. On the right side, it's Danielson. Cross court is wide. Eastern Florida now past the 20 mark at 21. 2-point advantage. A lot of chatter in the gym.
Yeah.
They go to the big hitter, Frobel. Stops the run, 21-20, Frobel's 5th kill.
And changed the tempo completely on that set. You can hear her yelling for it. She wants to shoot. That ball is coming out of the setter's hand super fast, has no loop, and just allows Frobel to use that athleticism to get to it. Block's not there.
Cornegay, Barracuda,
Oh, so smart.
A heads-up play, Cruz. Oh, unorthodox kill there.
Shows she's going to swing heavy. Last second, reads the block, double block.
Change up.
So smart.
(22-20). Ruiz to serve. On the slide, through the block and down for a point. Sarah Stratton, committed to VCU after her sophomore year is complete. She's a Kiwi.
Now serving Savannah Frobel.
22-21. Down a point here, Frobel serving. Holy, that will work.
Setter's down. Why are you jumping with the setter? Create the free opportunity for the Titans. Heads-up play. The ball's tight to the net.
That was almost like an alley-oop.
Almost, yeah. You have 3 hitters in the front row. You don't need to block against the back row setter.
Rivera puts it down for the kill. 23-21. Timeout called by Laura Booker Anderson. As Eastern Florida in position here to take this first set. 2 points away.
And you know the Titans are just so battle tested. You know, they've been in these marathon matches over and over and over again. They're due for a win. And so far they're playing like they are hungry.
Eastern Florida has lost 3 of their last 4, but they're 3-3 in their last 6. And tonight, game 3 of a 5-game homestand. Coming up, you've got a big one against Monroe College, team that's receiving votes in the national poll, and then you've got Hillsborough, who ranks 15th, coming in here before heading out to Polk State. Daytona State will stay on the road at Miami-Dade, the number 5 team in the country. Team that beat this Eastern Florida side 3-1 on Thursday. All right. 2 points to a first set win perhaps here. Yaramis Maldonado from Isabela, Puerto Rico. Swing is long, no tip, and it is set points. Maldonado again, a freshman, lets it fly. Boy, tough serve. Trying to keep it alive will be Patrick. Big swing off the tape. Point for the Falcons to stay alive here. 24-22, side out.
And first ball kill to win the set. Setter's front row. You do have Rivera in the front row at 6'4". Has 3 kills already in this match. And you have Patrick in the front row as well.
It's an overpass. Trying to place it back. 1-2, free ball. Job to keep it alive from the Titans. That one down, absorbed by Maldonado. That one will fall on the Daytona State side, and it is set to Eastern Florida. 25-22. So a back and forth battle culminates with a winner for the Titans. Set 2 coming your way right after this from the Titan Fieldhouse on WEFS.
Get ready for a day of fun. Friday, October 29th, marks the return of the Eastern Florida State College Scholarship Golf Classic at the Rockledge Country Club. The fun begins with breakfast, followed by an 8:30 shotgun start. Immediately after the tournament, celebrate at the awards banquet with prizes awarded to winning teams. The tournament is a major fundraiser for the EFSC Foundation, with proceeds funding student scholarships. For the last 40 years, the foundation has provided essential financial support to EFSC students. You or your organization can help the foundation raise money this year by becoming a corporate sponsor, signing up with a team, or signing up as an individual. Tickets for all levels of participation are now available. For complete information on how you can help, call 321-433-7055.
We are back at the Titan Fieldhouse in Melbourne, Eastern Florida, and Daytona State. Renewing acquaintances here tonight in some college volleyball action. First set goes 25-22. I'm Jeff Radcliffe alongside Aaron Campbell, and it was on cruise control for Eastern Florida, you could say.
Yeah, it certainly was. You better believe it. That's a great alliteration there. But no, I think what we've learned about the Titans is that they go where their serve goes. When they are aggressive and that serve is in and they are putting the pressure on their opponent, their entire game plan works. So I expect to see them come out and be so aggressive at that service line.
Desiree Cruz, 7 kills in that first set, racking them up. The sophomore getting it done in many ways.
And just all over the court, being really smart and intuitive, using what the defense is giving her. She doesn't have to have the best set. She's making the right read when the set is there. And we've seen her run out of the middle. We've seen her run from the right side. How will the Falcons respond on the block? Probably try to block her line because she has free reign to swing on the ball, but so far she's just been lights out.
In the Daytona State huddle then, what's being talked about about maybe ways to stop Cruz from taking over a game.
Yeah, and you have to dominate the net at this point. You do have a good sound block, maybe not the height advantage on the court, but you do have a good blocking scheme. Be able to slow down, create opportunities for those transition points, because they're so heavily reliant on that first ball kill. It seems like they can get a little bit out of, along with being out of system, they get a little bit out of whack, out of that chemistry. So they just need to find that again in those plays.
25-22, we reset the synchros to 0-0. And as Aaron mentioned at the top of the broadcast, volleyball these days have not been the side switching, so it will remain the Titans on that right side, or on, as you're looking at it on TV, on the left side, right side to us. Either way, they stay on the same side.
If I knew my right from my left, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Now, I've never had to ask you this question before. Is there an advantage to staying on the same side or a disadvantage?
I mean, I think we saw what the Sun was able to do and the implications of that. So, thank gosh it's out of our way now. But, those things can make or break teams. That's why you see it in beach. They switch sides a lot, too, because there's sand differences and sun differences. It's actually, I think, a little bit more advantageous because you get more comfortable. But in those early few points, it can be disorienting.
Well, an ace to start things off, just what the Falcons needed. Off the hands of Alina Carrillo. Haggerty products. You got an Oviedo and a Haggerty graduate, two huge rivals, about an hour away from here, Seminole County. Cruz, chalk it up. There's number 8.
Just a complete misread on the defense, but such a nice soft touch over. Like, that is such a hard play. I don't think people realize that soft touches are sometimes harder than big swings because you have to have so much more control over the ball and make that good hand contact.
They activate the middle. Boy, up for it. Big dig from Gerard. And free ball. And that will take care of that. Titans get the point, 2-1.
And great defense so far from the Titans. I mean, Caitlin Thompson ripped that ball with no block. And here comes Gerard, just sling in there and make that dig.
Ain't
no
nothing
biggie.
thing. Yeah,
ain't no thing. Ain't no thing but a G thing,
Yeah, baby. Get another point there. Frobel could not track that down. 3-1.
And good adjustment on the net to read that ball. It's set a little bit outside. All you have to do is get your hands inside, use the pin to your advantage as a different blocker, and go. And now we see Jenna Zimmerman come in. Jenna Zimmerman, up until tonight, had been hurt. So setting change for Daytona State Falcons.
Number 2, on the left side of your screen, right at the net. She will get her first touch on the ball. That makes the difference in spreading it around. Zimmerman tries to tap that over. Patrick. Reset. Goes cross court. Jackson saves it. It's Frobel.
Great
Long
dig.
rally once again. Off the antenna.
That is such an amazing dig by Torres. I mean, that ball was put right on the tee to set. I mean, it's just perfect dig location. And so far, I've just been so impressed by the Titans defense. Everything has been either touched. Very few balls hit the floor without no effort. I mean, it's just been incredible to watch.
Sometimes you wonder if they have magnets in their wrists.
Oh!
Big swing. And point Titans.
And technically, I don't think that is a kill because there was a second contact, but I mean, I want to mark it as a kill. That was a lethal swing. Jackson makes the play on it, but nothing else can happen from it. Right out of the middle, that's where we see that middle blocker kind of blending into that position. She's able to run that one out of the middle, leverage that experience from the middle blocker position as a right side.
That one finds the floor deep. 4-3 now, side out Daytona State.
Now serving Brooke Cornegay.
The right side, Jackson with the dig. And put back down. The block from Rivera.
And when teams don't have other options because of how fast you move the game, they become one-dimensional. Great dig. Can't transition that point fast enough. That's just such a good read. That getting that left hand on the ball, they're blocking ball, it's brilliant. Get that left hand on the ball, all you have to do is be nice and disciplined with that left hand, and you're gonna get an easy block every time.
Jesus had part of that too, and now thought she had the point. Maybe she did.
Point Titans.
The floor. Take a closer look at that one.
Great setting choice on the two. Cornegay, yeah, it's a little bit late.
Foul, followed up with a service error. That's a fourth one of those. Roll it back to the other side.
Now serving Savea Frobel.
Savea Frobel. 21 kills, 16 digs in that win against Eastern Florida in August.
Point Titans.
Titans get another. 7-4. Patrick. Zimmerman to the back row. Frobel, not that time. Flying high and putting it down is Carrillo.
And Carrillo is, she's the X factor, I think, for the Falcons. When they get her activated, she's so smart. She's going to make good reads, has the line, swings against it. It's a good matchup for her. She does have the setter, who's only 5'7". That's where they need to go. That's where the Falcons need to score some points. But, you know, so far the Titans have been able to play such good defense around everything the Titans have thrown them.
Tap it across, not that time.
Point Titans.
8-5 Titans.
You know, you and I have been doing this a long time, and the teams that dominate the net typically win, right? They're whoever's being present, who's ever having those heads-up plays, whoever's blocking well, they will always win. There are very few instances where they don't.
What an ace there. You were absolutely right, Aaron. And it doesn't mean you necessarily have to be the tallest players to dominate the net.
Absolutely. It's about being disciplined. You know, it certainly doesn't help or doesn't hurt when you have, you know, change-ups that are falling right in front of one of the best liberos probably in the conference for an easy ace.
Whoa, boy, that's some swerve on that one. Torres again at Houston. Off the block and a point. Gerard.
And the serving is forcing the Falcons out of system. They don't have any front row options, relying on Savea Frobel out of the back row. And then here comes the Titans, just coming right through, playing the offense that they want, setting it all up.
Again, dump to the back row. Cheeky play by Zimmerman, the setter. 5'11" sophomore from Cottbus, Germany.
So it's a 6-2, but they're only allowing Zimmerman in the front three rotations.
Gotcha.
So instead of them being flip-flop where they're running the 6-2, they're still running a 5-1. They're just swapping out the setters.
To keep the mileage down, if you will.
And I think the height differences for both, too. So
Zarazel. Whoa. That one got away. And the beams. Cuts the lead to 10-7. Serving is Frobel. Nope. Just retrieving the ball. I'm sorry, for Zarazel. Dr. Phillips' product. Big swing and a kill. Giselle Gerard.
And good hitter C when the block dives. Knows the shot she wants. See how the block's diving just completely into the frame. She knows she has to swing that ball fast or else that block may get that touch on it. That's a good elbow, wrist, arm swing. Easy kill for Gerard.
DeJesus. Been serving strong. No doubt about that. Cross court, over pass. Trying to poke it, kept alive. And a kill opportunity. Look what I found. Desiree Cruz, her 9th.
And you love to see good defensive scrambles get rewarded with plays like that. Like the whole gym just opened up. It's just totally lit up.
The initial overpass was committed by Eastern Florida, but they didn't make them pay.
Desiree Cruz, wow, what a performance tonight. My goodness.
Must be the TV. Outside, off the block. Boy, selling out, just not getting there was Torres. Which is okay. Heard a big thud on the floor.
Now serving Alina Carrillo.
Barrows are the toughest players on the court.
Oh,
Blood, sweat, and tears, man, I'm telling you.
12-8 the score. Carrillo to serve. Slow. In the middle. There's Torres underneath it. Big swing, free ball. Not gonna happen that time.
And what we're seeing from the Titans is basically like you'd see Brady and Moss. You see Torres set up the play with a great pass, and then you see Desiree Cruz score that touchdown or finish it and get that kill. The connection right now that the Titans have, I mean, everything's working. All systems are go. They're passing. Their defense is just on fire.
Team 8. Down the line. It's wide. Point for the Titans. They're in control here by 6. Jackson lets it fly. This is Patrick, blocked. To get the next touch. From the back row. Getting it done, Carrillo.
Great setting choice from Zarazell, you know, recognizing that Savea Rafrobel may need just a minute to get that composure back. Had a tough error in the last play. Good to leverage your back row as another option.
Robel. Not gonna happen that time. The net.
An unlucky play to be in the net because the defense right now for the Titans is just reading everything the Falcons have put on them.
Titans will take a timeout. 14-11 the score line here in this second set. As Eastern Florida won the first 25-22. Coach Elatiza having a conversation there with Janine DeJesus. Well, the EFSC Foundation Annual Golf Classic will be held this year on October 29th. Team play participation is sold out, but you can still advertise your business to our golfers with signage and social media opportunities. For more information, visit easternflorida.edu and click on Foundation. You're in Brevard County and you've got a golf tournament, it is never going to be have any space. It's always going to be sold out.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Courses around here, a lot of players. That means a lot of eyeballs. So go to easternflorida.edu, click on Foundation to be a part of it. And Jackson will serve as we restart action here in the second set. Good energy in the gym tonight, too. That one's long, did not get tipped. So coming out of the timeout, conceding another point. 14-12 now. Sometimes those timeouts just take your rhythm away, too.
Yeah. All about momentum. Volleyball is like, very few games can be rely so much on momentum as volleyball.
That one through the block, just getting it through, was Patrick.
And that's a pretty good block in front of her. You have Stratton coming out of the middle a little bit late with those hands. Doesn't have those hands pressed over the net, and good hitters will take advantage of that.
Had it right in her face. More of a reaction more than anything.
I think so. And Savannah Frobel hit it right off that net. It certainly didn't do any favors for Patrick, that's for sure.
Now serving for Cornegay.
15-13. Cornegay to serve. System. We have the first ball kill. We do. Desiree Cruz.
Do you think we'll ever get tired of calling this Cruz kills?
That's her 11th kill.
Unreal. I mean, the blocks actually set up a little bit better that time, but I mean, she's just going to find that seam.
Easy.
Yeah, it's just too easy. She's going to find it.
Maldonado. Isabella, Puerto Rico. On the slide, cross court, it is a winner for Sarah Stratton. Fourth kill, unofficial. 16-14. Side out, and now Frobel on the back row to serve. 164 kills, ranks her as number 2 in the conference coming into the match. Got her for 5 right now. Again, the slide, back-to-back kills for Stratton. And it's a 1-point contest.
And I would argue that Stratton is one of the best slide attackers in this division, in this junior college world, because that is her thing. That is her shot. That is how she's the most powerful. She generates the shot so well. Another great one from her.
Scrambling by the Titans. Free ball. Lumped over by Cornegay. Flying in off the block. It's good. A kill for Riley Patrick.
And at some point, you think the Falcons are going to respond to block this ball line. They're giving up way too much line. They're almost giving up too much into the 6 seam. And so far, the pins for the Titans have been able to just have a night. It's batting practice for them. So kudos to the Titans for taking advantage.
On the other side, it's been Cruz on one side and Carrillo on the other. So effortless.
And Laura Booker-Anderson talks about how excited she was when Carrillo decided that she was going to come to Daytona State. She was shocked. She was so happy, but she was shocked. And so far, she's been a great asset for the team.
Tied at 17 now. Service error. Or serve receive error, excuse me. Yeah, that's a good get. Playing at one of those Seminole County schools in the state of Florida. The Seminole County schools won the state championship like for the last 4 years. Oviedo, Lyman, Haggerty have all won it recently.
And it's no surprise that you see all these Florida schools in the D1 rankings. I mean, you're seeing Florida, Southwestern State, because Florida's like Texas for football. You have so many good volleyball players in this state. And COVID has pushed a lot of them to go into the junior college system, which is amazing for these programs and amazing for these girls.
Yeah, there's scholarship limits, right? So you got to find a place to play.
Exactly. And recruiting's just been impossible, you know.
Double contact that time on the set. 19-17. Hey, if you want to play, there's a place for it.
Absolutely.
Tight to the net, tipped over. Zimmerman was smart with that one.
And now we know why they wanted to have her in the front row for those 3 rotations. She's offering more than just being a quarterback. She's offering as another offensive option. Laura Booker Anderson now getting the call that she has 12 subs, though, so she has to be a lot more conservative. Does that mean that Zarazell stays all 6 rotations?
They are limited. Janice Lynch had checked in a substitution. Ties it at 19. It worked out. Here's Zarazell. Back set. First opportunity for Lynch goes wide. And it's 20-19.
Serving Danny Gehesu.
Looked at that a little bit.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do.
A scud.
That's like me setting.
I'm sure it's better than that. Timeout 21-19. Eastern Florida looking to go up 2-0 here.
And who would have thought that coming in, that with the records being as they are, that the Titans just came out on fire.
Good crowd in the house tonight on TV.
Athletes supporting athletes, you love to see it.
It's good energy in the gym, and when you're a player, you love having that behind you.
Oh, absolutely, and it's just so much support. You know, you see these people in the weight room, you see them in class, and it's like having that additional support of them coming and cheering for you is just so, it creates such a cool community that a lot of people obviously continue on in their relationships past college.
And they'll know you'll be there for them. On the soccer field, on the baseball diamond, softball diamond. 4 points away from a 2-set lead. Give it a go is Colleen DeJesus. Good serve. On the back row, the attack comes. Frobel. Wind it right back up. Flying in. Nice dig there from DeJesus. Leads to another point. Gerard has another kill. 6.
And great scramble from the Titans. I mean, just getting all that power thrown at them. Setters out. Libero takes that second contact, and nice and composed by Gerard to get the kill.
DeJesus to serve again. 22-19. Zarazell settles under. Been doing that time with Carrillo.
On that play, it looked like, you know, just because of that hesitation of Cruz, she had that ball just drop too much. You still want to go up there with intent. Use that block as a free ball. Put it up right in their hands, and then you just create that opportunity to have your libero come and make the play. It's tough on those tight sets, but it's a heads-up play to make.
Melina Carrillo That's not supposed to work like that.
Yeah, I mean, so much power coming from that setter, just trying to make that play a little bit too much. Hits the weight room a lot.
22-21. Serving again is Carrillo. FBK, anyone? Not that time. That will work though. Gerard taps it back. 23-21.
Hungry attackers make good plays at the net, and I mean, this is a really tough play. Your setter's back row, you really can't do anything with it. Just get up there and put a hand up. You never know what's gonna happen. Good things happen when you make good aggressive plays like that.
23-21. Gerard in that back row. That was off the head. Every part of the body counts. So. Oh, nice tap. That's Carrillo.
Good thing Caitlin Thompson has a sense of humor. That thing came right off of her head. She's laughing on the sideline, but good heads up play by the Falcons.
That's the way to get ahead of the game. See if the Falcons are now heading in the right direction. Now down a point. Oh, and it rolls. Cross court, out. And it is set point, Eastern Florida.
And Cruz, I think, being a little bit more conservative, not getting the ball where she wants it to be right now, but still being able to make good plays. I mean, that ball is you can't tip it any better than that, right? You want the ball to land as close to the net as you can on a tip. It just rolls right over. Good opportunity for the Titans to close this set out.
Louise to serve. Met at the point of attack. Feed, Frobel again. Overpass all the way back over. Frobel will reload. Now in system. Free ball, and that will be the winner for the set. 25-22.
Take a 2-0 lead.
So back-to-back 25-22 wins here in the first two sets for Eastern Florida. They take a 2-0 lead. We'll be back with set number 3 on WEFS right after this.
There's a need for people that have technical skills, and that's where we come in. We teach quality, we teach safety, and then we also specialize with those skills needed for the industry in Brevard County. The engineering technology is a 2-year associate degree program. We have first-year core classes that are same as the other 17 colleges in the state of Florida that teach engineering technology, and then second-year options in fields that are appropriate for the county where you're based. So at Eastern Florida, we have second-year options in electronics and alternative energies and in advanced manufacturing. The majority of our students are people that are already working for some company and they want to improve their career. It's clean work, it's good paying work, it's high skilled work. From my personal experience, it's done me well.
Two sets to
There's
none.
a need for people that have technical skills.
The lead for Eastern Florida
that's
here
what
in this match against Daytona State College. Now you got to close it out. And I had a talk with Coach Elatiza ahead of time. That's the next step we need to take, he said. We need, when we have somebody down, we need to be able to finish things off and not get nervous. We get nervous sometimes. Now, what's the key when you got a 2-set advantage?
Yeah, it's about keeping to your game plan. I mean, it's obviously working. 25-22, yeah, that's a little bit tight, but it's working. What they've done on offense with the systems that they're running, their serve receive, their tough serving. I mean, I said it at the beginning of the second set, they go where their serve goes, and so far that's been the charge. I mean, but you'd be remiss if you don't mention this defense, because my goodness, the Titans defense has been amazing.
They have been scrappy. They have not let balls hit the floor and have been very combative at the net as well.
And just against a very, very efficient attacking team of Daytona State. I mean, the ball, it's very infrequent that the ball hits the floor for this Titans team. I mean, they're just getting everything, touching everything, converting plays, also playing defense, and then being able to get kills and generate kills. It's all about dig location and making smart offensive setting choices from those rally positions. And that's how good teams win. They frustrate offenses and then be able to make plays and score points off of those frustrations.
Yes, you would say luck does play a part in volleyball, correct?
Yeah, I would think so.
But Branch Rickey made that famous quote, luck is the residue of design.
That's right.
And you put yourself in position to be lucky by doing the right things and being in the right
100%.
places.
Yeah, and it's making really good reads. I mean, so far the blocking systems have been good. It's not just back row. It's everything working really well together, making good reads, making good plays. And so far, I mean, it's just really fun to watch, and it makes for good volleyball. Good defense makes for good volleyball for sure.
So glad you're with us here to watch tonight. Another set upcoming. And if you are an Eastern Florida fan or Coach Carmela Elutiza, you hope that 3 is enough. But they have not played many 3-setters this year in Eastern Florida.
And if you're the Falcons, it's about making those, making better blocking reads, slowing the offense down in those transition points, because that's where we're seeing a lot of that. I'd say side out percentage for the Titans is at about 60-65%, where you're seeing from the Falcons it's at about 40-45% or 40-35%. So you've really got to make a conscious effort to slow that offense down and reduce that side out percentage.
Keep one eye on the ball. There we go, set number 3 to start. Eastern Florida beat Palm Beach State College, Pasco Hernando, and Santa Fe 3-0 earlier this year. And have lost 3-0 just the one time to Florida Southwestern. Other than that, every game has been multiple sets.
And I'll tell you
They've
something.
went beyond 3, excuse me.
Yeah, and I'll say if you want to beat this Titans team, tip-in's not the way to do it. They're too good. They're running systems. They have that chemistry down. You have to try to create big plays, go off the hands of the blockers, make it so that the play, the attack, is completely indefensible.
It's a program that's building under Coach Elutiza. This is his first full recruiting class that he's got on the floor now. That one's wide.
Once Beams gets a hold of a play, I mean, you can see how fast she's hitting that ball. She just got to get those shoulders a little bit square, a little bit more rawer, but she has all of the athletic components to make for a good middle blocker, and just barely hits that one outside.
Frobel. Right-handed. Blocked at the net. It is Cruz.
And a fun thing we found out about Cruz is she's usually the middle and filling in. And then you see her middle blocker prowess come right here. Just good sound blocking. Setter's front row, makes the right read, easy point for the Titans.
Yeah, a number of injuries. Fabiola Rivera is out. So is Maria Cordova, one of the other setters. That's part and parcel of the whole gig, though, playing through injuries and stepping up when it's your time.
Well, it's the beauty of having good recruiting, intuition of getting players that, yeah, they may be position players, but you have to rely on some people being more utility. They have the athleticism to play a bunch, especially in this post-COVID world. You never know what's going to happen, right? So you have to be able to fill your team with people that can kind of do it all.
Oh, wise to that one was Torres. Point, Eastern Florida.
Point Titans.
Certainly not the set that Cruz wants, but makes the good read. She just is a playmaker. You cannot be mad about that. All she does is make plays. Very low error, especially on that right side. She's been amazing today.
12 kills unofficially for Cruz.
Now serving Angelica Ruiz.
Angelica Ruiz will come in to serve. Goes it deep. Got the first touch. As Carrillo couldn't get it through the block that time. Oh, bump set. Down the line, Patrick, no. Cruz, chalk it up. That's 13.
I mean, nothing hits the floor. nothing. How frustrating is that if you're an outside hitter? And it's happened to me. It is the most frustrating thing in the entire world where you're like, I just ripped that ball so hard and someone was right there. That is, it's all part of the mental game. It's all part of that marathon strategy. But the Titans defense is just lights out right now.
Oh, this rolls. Oh, my goodness. Oh, they keep it going. That will work.
Seventh kill for Carrillo. First one very, very tricky at the net. But, you know, if we say Cruz is a playmaker, Carrillo is as well. She's so good about getting her feet to the ball and just keeping that ball alive. Even if the set isn't where she wants it, she's going to make that defensive play.
Zimmerman back in. Towards the back. Oh, goodness. Another off-speed pitch. That one from Rivera.
Sets a little bit low for that 6-4 reach. But just reads where the middle block's coming from, knows that the setter has been hurt, so may not be the fastest player on the court, goes right after it on the kill.
The block, that's the point for Carrillo. 8 kills now.
And that's how you score points against a defense that touches everything. You go high off the hands. You try to get some kind of change up. Because the defense is still moving a little bit as that attack happens, you want to make sure that you are throwing that defensive scheme off.
Just miss-hit that one, did Rivera. Tied at 5. Carrillo, volleyball was dipping. Cross court. Oh! Stick that.
It's the right idea to go off that left inside hand. It's the most vulnerable for a middle blocker, but you have to read where the block is because that's just the perfect read against that attack.
That one finds just that outside part of the line. 6-6. Back in is Stratton, so watch for the slide here.
Now serving Simone Jackson.
Jackson to serve it away for Oviedo Lion. Again on the slide, that time was Rivera.
And you saw her after the last one, the set was off. She was making the adjustment as she was getting back to her position. And we see her just have that connection. That is just a phenomenal swing.
How bad, after you miss one, you want another chance, right?
So much. And just to make that in-game correction, the volleyball IQ is just phenomenal in a player like that.
Free ball. Gotta get it over in this one.
Wow.
Able to do so. From the right side, left-handed, put down by Danielson.
And that's how you put a stamp on a really good defensive play. You just get a kill out of it, but kudos for the scramble for the Titans.
Second kill for the freshman out of Wesley Chapel. She's serving now. A live serve. We'll go to Frobel. Overpass, party ball, and you're not invited. Zimmerman put it down.
Yeah, you don't want to do that in front of Sarah Stratton. She's going to just put that ball right away.
Stratton's 6th kill.
Just has this amazing like handball coordination. She always gets it on that like really strong part of her hand and has that really strong wrist snap.
Service error ties it up at 8. Look out, Cruz is back in.
Now serving Janlene DeJesus.
Janlene DeJesus leading this team with 303 assists coming in. Full serve. for that one. It's in the rafters, though. I'll be concentrating on that one. Oh, rally continues. We'll reset the line. No problem for Carrillo. Frobel.
Wow, great dig.
Go back to Frobel again. She's blocked.
And
Another for Cruz.
Just phenomenal net awareness. That's why a lot of middle blockers transition to the right side because of the volume that goes to outside hitters. They find success there, and we are seeing that right now with Desiree Cruz. She is so good at blocking, making those reads, shutting down one of the best hitters in this conference in Savea Frobel.
Oh, get it right back. We're at 9s. Gelatiza looking on with great interest. Big dig from Danielson. Placed it nicely to Carrillo. Kill number 9 for number 9. 10-9, the Falcons in the lead, coming in 19th in the country. Long, oh no, it was down for a point.
Must have just landed inside. Patrick is a little bit short on that play, but still, that ball must have just dropped right on that line.
2-point advantage. Frobel, that one is long. Sorry, 12-9. We've got so some work to do here for Eastern Florida. String a couple of points together. There's a long run. And an easy tap back.
I mean, I don't think Desiree Cruz has had an error. Like, she's playing almost perfect ball. I'm gonna jinx it, but she's playing almost perfect volleyball right now. Like, that's incredible.
If you're Laura Booker Anderson, you please
Yeah,
jinx
please jinx it. But I mean, just she's got the Midas touch. Everything she touches right now is going to gold. Her blocking, her attacking, unbelievable.
Okay, we're 11 all. Just to reconcile the score coming near. And, nice dig again from De Jesus. This is wide. Saved by Danielson. Back row attack from Carrillo. Got it.
And Carrillo knows the game plan. Go off the hands against a scrappy team. And she's done that the last 3 kills. That's exactly what she's done. High off the hands. Yeah, you have Cruz there. It's a good blocker, but you can't, I mean, no matter how strong somebody's fingertips are, that's such a vulnerable place to hit the ball.
Double contact. No, a lift. Some mistakes here this set here for Eastern Florida. They're 2-point deficit at the moment.
Good defensive swing, play defense around it.
Back set, finding the spot on the floor. Danielson has been big here in this 3rd set.
And Danielson had kind of a rougher first set. Coach Booker Anderson pulled her out. But they need that offensive production from the right side, so they put her back in.
14-11. Gelatiza sensing some danger. And we'll gather the troops here.
And first timeouts have been right around this score in every single set, which is so funny. We saw, you know, Eastern Florida kind of start with the lead in that first set. Daytona State had the lead in the second set at that first timeout, but so far we've been able to see the Titans just battle back from any point deficit. They rally around that defense, and they are just really, really hard to beat.
Gelatiza to Eastern Florida is a volunteer assistant at UCF under your old pal Todd Dagenet. Head coach of the #1 team in Florida in the OTBA setup, #2 in the U.S. get into the college volleyball game to be a head coach.
He's had a long reign of terror for other teams
Terror.
as a coach at OTVA. I mean, I think, you know, I am fortunate enough to do those AAU volleyball matches, and he's in every final that he's coaching. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Yeah, that's got to be frustrating. That's a great slowdown at the front row against one of the most efficient blockers on the court. You've got to convert that point, period.
Getting the point out of the timeout. 14-12.
15 kills for Desiree Cruz. She has half a set of kills.
Half a set.
It's unbelievable.
She came in with 46 of them total for the season. Through 11 games. Another one for Carrillo on the other side.
And Lutiza getting a little bit frustrated. Why was there no block in front of one of the best attackers for the Falcons? You've got to try to put some hands and make her think a little bit. Easy kill for Carrillo.
White put it down. Titans on the point. 15-13.
Falcons changing their game a little bit. They're trying to go a little bit faster against a good defensive team. They're trying to use the speed to the advantage, but that connection, that chemistry has to be there in order for that to be executed well.
Serving. Going to the middle that time, and Caitlin Thompson, haven't called her name much. Tipped. It'll be tough. Shot by Patrick to race and get there. Off the block and dumped.
Great job by Jordan Danielson. That's a great swing, a great slowdown by the Titans. Heads up play by Danielson. Is right there, wants to get the easy kill. That's an easy stat. I'll take that. One kill for low effort, I'm in.
16-13. That one is long. Frobel flew in though.
We see this with her sometimes, is that wrist snap is just a little bit late. And she has those balls that go out of bounds. If she just kind of generates that wrist snap a little bit faster, that top spin, she's going to have those balls land.
That wasn't going to fool anybody. Gerard will just send it over. Oh, that's going to be tough. Another kill for Danielson. 5 now. I think they're all in this set. 17-14. You can't just trade points at this point.
No, not at all. First ball kill, get out of it, or the Titans. This is a good rotation. We have seen, you know, we've seen Rivera just really light up when she's on that right side. Try to run the slide with her. Pass has to be there.
Off the block. Frobel. No problem for Patrick. And just got it over. Just rolling away from everybody. 18-14 now.
You got to give kudos to Rivera. She just wants to be in every play. Like, she just wants to get her hands on every ball that she can. But sometimes that can be a little bit disconcerting, especially when your setter's in the front row. So have to have that kind of awareness with De Jesus that normally good, you know, middles and setters typically have. Just have to be more heads up with it.
Jackson. Titans need some points here. Not that time.
Off the face.
Whatever works, Danielson. Yeah.
I'll just block it with my eye. It's fine.
The competitor, you'll do whatever it takes. Off of the eyelash. And timeout. 19-14. A 5-point advantage here in set number 3. Well, on November 17th at 9 a.m., join the live stream Simpkins Speaker Series. Virtual conversation with Harris Rosen, the president and COO of Rosen Hotels and Resorts. The iconic hotelier and philanthropist will share his story of success and answer questions from the virtual audience. For more information, visit easternflorida.edu and click on Foundation. Yeah, Rosen names on about 15 hotels in Orlando.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Not that I also graduated from the Rosen College of Hospitality.
There you go. I did not know that. So part of his philanthropy is to UCF.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got that entire campus on iDrive. It's incredible.
The campus.
No, he does. Like a
Sorry,
UCF
you're right.
campus, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's crazy.
Speaking
of
I would let him
campuses.
bend my ear a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I came here and I was like, I don't even know where the gym is. The school has changed so much. It's incredible.
New buildings all over campus. It continues to grow. New student center next door. A little conversation here with the R2, Dave Scove. What could be happening here?
I'm not sure.
Tape.
Yeah, it looks like there's something going on with the net. Maybe the antenna is wonky.
Okay.
Technical term.
So we can start taping a home improvement show, maybe?
Listen, we will do what we have to do.
MacGyver that baby.
That's right.
I'd say I've seen that one before. All the action on that one side from Cruz. Putting stress on that net,
You
huh?
better believe it. It's going to tear that thing down. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
You're an official, but you're also a net maintenance person. Good for you. Well, we're having
That's
fun.
good.
You know, we're having fun.
Multitask. Use the skill set. Now, that was riveting.
That was very intense.
Back to the game, 19-14, set 3. Daytona State trails 2 sets to 0. That slow down.
Oh, what a
helps
dig
anybody.
by Jackson. My goodness.
Tip.
Oh, no.
Goodness.
Sarah, get up. Sarah, get up. Sometimes it's just shock. So let's pray it's just shock.
Take your time. Stratton has a lot of volleyball ahead of her.
Yeah. Just hope
Take
it's...
no chances here. All the precautions necessary.
You know, this is one of the challenges I have with some of the rules that they've made, that you can kind of technically be under the net as long as you're not making, you know, it's not as involved in the play. Looks like it's maybe high ankle. Walking okay on it, which is good. Again, can be just a shock.
Spelling her on the court is Sarah Achenpaul. Native of Sweden. Come on, they get a point. They reach 20. It's 20-15.
And this set would certainly help, you know, winning this set would certainly help the morale with having Stratton out. Maybe she just needs a second to calm down, but this is certainly a you know, a chemistry test. You know, they've had their setter go out with an injury as well. Right now we have, you know, let's say their MB1 out. This is all about adversity.
Free ball. They have all the momentum now, the Falcons. 21-15. Allison's been an X factor here in this set, number 3. Left-handed serve. Probel. Flying in, Gerard.
My goodness.
Gerard down the line, got it.
Okay, I don't know if you guys are seeing the clinic that Torres is putting on in this back row, running balls down, creating plays like this, but good defense, great set choice, and Gerard is able to just rip that ball. My goodness, Torres. All over the place.
Torres coming in 5th in the conference in digs. The problem with the dig stat, you never know really how hard a lot of them work, right?
Oh my goodness. And the first error we've seen from Desiree Cruz in the 3rd set at 22-16 or 21-16. Much needed for Daytona State to pull away, make that gap a lot bigger.
They lead by 6. One point at a time here. Now got it, 3 ball. Point, Daytona State, 23-16 after that long rally.
Angie's back row, setter De Jesus is back row. You cannot make that jump. Easy call for the officials.
Frobel, 23-16. Looks like we will have at least a 4th set here. Off the antenna, and that makes it set point. Falcons have awoke. Not much on it, and that's a winner. 25-16 in set number 3. 2 sets to 1. We'll come back set number 4 right after this on WEFS.
The biggest challenge that students have, I believe, is just getting started. That's why we're here at the Writing Labs, to help show them how to pre-plan their writing, how to get a good start, and then go back and revise. And we're here for every step of that. I just like to see that little eureka moment, that light bulb that goes on, and they're like, oh, I know how to do this now. I help with any class that involves writing. If it's language-based, we can help.
Back in Melbourne, Daytona State has pulled one back, 2-1 here in this Suncoast Conference volleyball matchup. Jeff Radcliffe, Aaron Campbell, our entire WEFS crew. You come out, you get out to it. We actually talked a little bit about it at the end of the 2nd set. You've got a 2-set lead. You need to close it out. They were unable to do that, did Eastern Florida. Now, what kind of resolve do you need to have after a team's come back and decisively beating you 25-16 in the 3rd?
I think the momentum is still really in your favor when you think about how many games you've won. I mean, naturally, but it's also, I think what the Falcons did so well was that they came out and they served a lot tougher than they had in those first 2 sets, and the response wasn't as good for the Titans to make those first plays, making that first ball contact. So it's all about making sure you set your offense up. You know, we did see Desiree Cruz slow down a little bit. Other people picked up a lot of that, you know, the balance of that. going to see Rivera get a lot more out of that middle in this second set from the Titans. They just need that kind of middle activation. But, I mean, it's too close to call. Who knows what's going to come out in this fourth set?
Jordan Danielson's been really good on the right side, especially in that third set. But
yeah,
we've been calling number 9's name for Daytona State all night, Alina Carrillo.
Yeah, and she's just had an amazing, you know, response to being the leader that they need. The block has been really sound and set up in front of her, but what she's doing is she's creating plays, getting kills that are indefensible, hitting it high off the hands, like we've seen her do. That's her kill. That's her shot all night. And if she keeps that up, she's going to be a tough person to defend.
Well, we talked with Coach Elutiza, and it's about closing things out, finishing. And that's what they'll need to try to do tonight in order to pick up win number 5 on the season and number 3 in the Suncoast Conference. And you don't want to see that there. Sarah Stratton with the ice pack on that left ankle. So unlikely to return to this match.
And that's a big, big hole in not only the offense for the Falcons, but on the defense. She's just such a sound blocker. But we've seen teams respond to, I mean, just look at what they've had to do with COVID. I mean, the response, the flexibility, the ability to respond to adversity. I mean, this is just a micro example of that, and I expect that this Falcons team will rally around each other to make sure that they execute their game plan, even with a new player on the court.
Set 4. Set 4. Set 4, set 4.
We're full of them tonight. I mean, we should have a tally of the jokes we've been able to run.
You know, and the older I get, the
The
more
cheesier
dad
the jokes
jokey
you
you
get.
get. Yeah. Well, you gotta.
It's all about practice,
Yeah,
Jeff,
the kids
you know?
used to laugh at them, and now they're in high school, and now you're an embarrassment.
Come on, Dad.
What's that about?
Embarrassing.
Serving first here for Daytona State in this fourth set is Jenna Zimmerman, who started the game on the bench due to some injuries, playing more of a reserve role tonight. They start with the slide. Selling out was Danielson, but she has been the spark. Oh, boy, a lot of stuff tight. That'll work, though.
I don't even know who got that. Was Rivera the one that
I think it was
that
DeJesus.
last? Oh my goodness. It's all about changing direction. Good kill.
Setter, her second kill by my count. I was in system again. Now they're getting Danielson on that left side. Saw her a lot on the right. Chess pieces moving across the board.
Now serving Alina Carrillo.
1-1. Carrillo.
Oh, great
Cross
save.
court.
Good dig.
Jackson with that dig. And they'll get the point.
And new player for the Titans, Agatha Rodriguez, number 18 on the right side. She's in the back row right now. So how does that change up, you know, the flow that was built in those first two sets?
Block was there. We'll reload off the block that time, and another point. A strong start here in set 4 for Daytona State.
And if you're Laura Booker Anderson, this is the matchup you want for Savea Frobel. You have the setter front row, DeJesus, blocking against one of your best outside hitters, arguably one of your best attackers. Absolutely.
System here denied that time is Rivera. He's frustrated now. giving some instructions to Janlene DeJesus. Run here for Daytona State to start this fourth set. That was long. It's not quite clicking. Gerard, 5-1. Service error will get the much needed side out for Eastern Florida.
And right now, if you are the Titans, you want to be unpredictable. You know, we've seen a few of the same rotations in serve receive. We've seen a lot of the same plays in those. There's not been a lot of change. So if you are the Titans, you want to run something a little bit different on offense. Keep it simple, but run different options.
That could work. Gerard, 9th kill. The pinball effect.
Big seam down the line against a preferred line attacker. She's going to definitely get that kill.
And the big left hand from Danielson. Block that one. Reload. That one cross court. Dug by Frobel. From the back row, Carrillo.
And where we saw the Titans kind of leading the charge in momentum, now we're seeing that swing happen with the Falcons. They're dictating the tempo of this whole match. They're putting the pressure on. They're serving tough. They're trying to add as much speed as possible to this game.
Jackson with the serve. 3-point edge in set 4. Frobel, not that time. Gerard had it blocked. (7-3). Jackson. Gerard, big heavy swing. Oh. On the floor. So Rodriguez, a lot to get there, but and the Titans have to take a timeout. Down 8-3. So Coach Carmelo Elutiza trying to instruct, fire the troops back up. Is it about changing things up right now or getting back to what they were doing?
You know, I think that there were some lineup changes that have caused kind of some chaos. Like, we're not seeing the flow be as sound as it was in those first 2 sets where everything was clicking because they had the schemes they want. They had the matchups that they want. And because of just, you know, some rotational implications or some substitution implications, we're not seeing that same, like, gel, that same chemistry. So, and against a team like the Falcons who, you know, they, despite being down, they stay pretty even. Like, they're not a team that rides the wave a lot. They were down, but you haven't seen any sense of frustration from them at all. They have the confidence in their ability to rally back, and we're just seeing that kind of tear down the Titans.
Teams from Daytona Beach or from Melbourne would be good at riding waves.
Yeah,
in a positive sense, right?
Yeah.
But you want to stay even.
Yeah.
You want the crumbles.
You want to be a paddle boarder here.
Yeah. Longboarder.
Yeah. The marathon, not the sprint, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You just want to be able to maintain all those ebbs and flows because, you know, you're in your 4th set. This is a long match.
Block there.
He's given her a few of those, so it's a good call. Ball has to come out clean.
In 7 of Eastern Florida's 11 matches, they have been extended to 4 sets. They have yet to play a 5-set of them. For the like to end this here at 4. Have some work to do. They're down 9-5.
You've got to block Savea Frobel. That's when she has a tendency to error. You've got to get hands in front of her face. You cannot give her open court.
Daytona State has been 5 matches that went beyond 3. A couple of 5-setters. Just going forward if we get there. Cross court winner. 9-6. Frobel.
Almost hit the rafters.
That worked. Gerard, another kill. Have it for 10, I think.
I've got it for 9. We'll go with you.
Okay.
You're more diligent. My statistician over here.
The more friendly scorekeeper. Hit her an error. Hit her an error. 9-7. Knocked out. Cruz want her to get back alive.
Have it down for 16, and again, good serving, out of system play leads to a good side out play. Good transition point.
As well. So does Mike Parsons.
That's right. Oh, that's a good swing.
It's an answer.
That's my favorite shot in volleyball, right there. Facing cross court, just whip that arm swing around, go down the line, call that the D1 swing. Thumbs nice and up. Good shot.
The B1. Oh. Lucky to get out of that one. Ajapong. Back set. Locked back that time. They found an answer for Cruz. At least on that swing.
Especially when Patrick makes the diving play to take herself out. I mean, there really only is one option. Just like the Falcons have done, try to go off high hands, make a play.
Oh, goodness. Not gonna make it. Just a bit out of sorts and out of sync here.
Yeah, you just gotta pass. It's all about that first play, especially when you're inside out in serve receive. You just gotta make a good pass, settle down. You've seen your offense run efficiently, and it all starts with good passing.
12-8 score. Frobel. Oh,
it's a good set.
Just for Patrick. Into the net. Point Titans.
Good rotation if you are the Titans. You have 3 hitters in the front row. You have Rivera, who we've seen get activated and have some pretty powerful swings. Patrick, who's been pretty consistent, makes her assignment. Only has 2 kills, but is not a high error player. And then you have Desiree Cruz, obviously on the right side, who is your kills leader.
Serves it. Oh, just stood up and let it go. Whacked that one with authority. (13-9). Ashapong sits down. Bench has proved to be very helpful to this Falcons lineup. Some solid contributions. Here's Lord Chavaria Munoz. Her first entry is a service error. The Spaniard out of Montverde Academy. Agatha Rodriguez back at the line.
Ooh.
Bad serve.
Oh. Good read.
Yeah.
Just try to soften it a little bit.
Carrillo, rock on.
I mean, she's hitting the ball on the 10-foot line. Great read, but she hits with so much power. It's hard to defend.
Unable to dig that one, Carrillo, so it will be a point for Eastern Florida. 14-11.
Now serving Riley Patrick.
Riley Patrick. Good serve. On the backside, free ball. Kill for Carrillo again. 14 by my count.
Now serving Elena Carrillo.
15 by mine, but we're close.
Okay, and I'll go with you. We're on the side of more, it's more impressive.
Oh, great shot.
Giselle Gerard.
Gerard.
Just, that is the best shot in volleyball. Libero's actually made the right read, but look how high this swing is. Has to either get that hip around and try to take it overhead, but it's coming so fast.
Take that corridor of
Trying to get a touch.
indecision.
Yeah, exactly.
We need that one a bit. There's the Jesus trying to dump it across. They were wise to it. Down the line, Frobel.
And if you're going to dump it, you have to go deep. You have two people camped out right middle. You have to be able to read the ball, read what the defense is doing in order to make that play, because they're just camped out right there. Try to go maybe on the tees of the 10-foot lines or something, make the scramble happen, but putting it middle just isn't the right call.
So Ratchapong checks back in. Gerard blocked. I'll go over here on the tip. Zimmerman was there.
Whoa!
A laser for Gerard.
So far, I've been so impressed by 18 Rodriguez on defense. Set that play up, camped out. That's a really tough shot. Frobel's still moving, but that, because no one thinks she's gonna rip that ball that sharp, that far off the net.
Jesus down 3 here. And guess who's back? Jordan Danielson comes in and immediately pays dividends. Come out.
And you want that to be part of your game plan. We have seen the Titans struggle with that right side defense, whether it's blocking or it's playing defense around the attack. So if you are the Falcons and you want to score more points, force it to the right side. Maybe run some slides, run some Bs behind the setter now that Zimmerman's in the front row to get that right side attack.
Tipped. Gerard.
And we knew Gerard was lethal on heavy attacks, but she's just as lethal on those off plays, knows when to use them.
Oh, lethal on the serve too. Blocked back.
Great read.
Gotta go over, tipped. Composure regained, Frobel right off the block and down.
Just press that shoulder a little bit more, and that's a block. And it's a challenge with the momentum. You're moving laterally. That inside hand's going to naturally want to, and your left shoulder is going to naturally float off. You have to really fight that to keep it around. But good play by the Falcons to score and get out of that rotation.
5-4 here. Free ball. Look out below. Now it's a 5-point lead. It was 25-22 times 2 in the first 2 sets. Winners for Eastern Florida. Daytona State's come back strong in the third, 25-16, and now lead here in set 4, 19-14. And the Titans 6 points away from being part of their first 5-set affair of the season. And that man does not want it to get there.
Especially with a team that hasn't been to a 5th set before. That is a completely different game. I mean, it's short, fast, low error. And if you haven't been in a 5th set, it's tough. It's really, really tough to respond to a team that will have the momentum going into that 5th set. If Daytona State does win.
Coming out of the timeout, Coach Elatiza has been channeling Eric B. and Rakim and thinking of a master plan.
Dad joke strikes again.
Yes, rap jokes. Who? We'll do it. So Cruz.
17 kills, my gosh. And the majority of those were in the first 2 sets. It's unbelievable.
Some quick math here. Cruz averages just over 4 kills a game, and she's got 17. That's a match.
That's a match.
Okay, 19-15. Yes. Ace. Charlotte Ayala comes off the bench. One of the 2 Lake Nona grads on the roster. She can do it again. Ayala, the sophomore from Orlando. A laser. Oh, too easy. In system for Carrillo.
Yeah. She's like such a high flyer. She's like Air Jordan up there, I swear. And the arm swing, it's just so technical. Everything about her swing is so technical. Whips that thing around. Very, very efficient.
Reminds me of a Lindsay Owens. Started Bishop Moore, won a state championship, and then started Virginia Tech for a little while.
Absolutely.
Not the most physical or imposing player, but man, was her technique perfect every time. 21-16. De Chavria Munoz. Wow, it was just blocked at the point there. Patrick had no chance.
That's just a good, I mean, it's a good swing. It's just a really, really good block. Finally, there's some blocking down the line. And that's what happens. Every hitter in this gym thinks they can swing line. Good adjustment by Zimmerman to step right in front of it. Easy block.
Munoz from Palma, Spain. Second service error. 22-17. Have some work to do here. De Jesus to serve.
Now serving Agatha Rodriguez.
Look at Rodriguez. I beg your pardon.
Good save.
Carrillo. Oh, not that time.
Yeah, a little bit of a lifty there.
Zimmerman did everything she could, though. Okay, back-to-back points here. ball off. No sense of getting hurt for that one. So an ace from Rodriguez, and it's 22-19.
Oh boy, here we go.
One little lapse in concentration. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That in-system back row attack, it's like, that's why Olympic teams do it. It's just so pretty when it's done well. Split, Zimmerman splits that offense, no blocks there, set it right up on a tee for Froebel. I mean, it's just textbook. Ooh,
Oh, sir.
nice set.
And a kill for Patrick. That's good. Just allowed him the 1 point. Back at it, 23-20.
Now serving Riley
Try to get a run here. Blocked out of bounds, set point. 24-20.
And that's not accidental. Like, I want everyone in the gym and everyone watching to understand that that tool is not an accident. That is strategic and planned.
Keep it going down the line. Gerard another kill, 24-21. Gerard with 14.
Now serving Julie Torres.
Julie to let it fly. First ball kill. That will do it. 25-21.
And we are headed to a fifth set.
And for the first time this season, the Titans will be extended to a fifth set. We'll have it. We'll play to 15 for the win right after this on WEFS. All right, 4 sets not enough here in Melbourne. Eastern Florida State, Daytona State tied 2 sets apiece. We go to the decisive set 5. We go to 15. Jeff Radcliffe, Aaron Campbell, you were talking in that last set that it's a whole different game when you're playing to 15. It's going way back when we played sets to 15,
Yeah.
before we had the rally scoring.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Still
so
rally
different.
scoring.
Yeah, it's still rally, but it's just so different. You have, 3 errors or less. You don't have the space to actually error yourself out. You have to be really, really efficient. Service errors are going to be a big implication, but you don't have, we saw teams pull away at 15 so far in this match specifically. So you have to be the first to 8, first to 10, first to 12, because the game can totally get away from you.
If it gets stretched, it's lights out.
Yeah, absolutely.
These two teams met again back in August, and it was a win for Daytona State. And tonight, pacing them, Froebel and Carrillo.
And the response from Froebel and Carrillo, having their big middle blocker, Sarah Stratton, down, has been incredible. They have stepped up to the challenge. Both Carrillo and Froebel are attacking from all over the court, back row, being really efficient and being smart on their attacks because they know they don't have the middle to bail them out. They have to be really smart and read what the block's doing.
This could be one of those program-making moments for Carmelo Elutiza. You learn so much from every win and every loss, but come back here and survive would be one of those hallmark wins of a season against a team coming in ranked 19th in the country. But give credit to the Falcons. They adjusted. That's what good teams do. And they have got all the smiles and the confidence on their side at the moment.
You know, and considering how close those first two sets were, 25-22, 25-22, you know, it could really have gone either way. It's one service error or one serve that stays in. That's the difference. And so far, Laura Booker Anderson has always been one to challenge her team, push them to the limit, and we're really seeing that on display tonight into this fifth set. I mean, losing your M1, I mean, that is on its own a challenge. Then having to stave off basically 2 sets worth of match closing sets, now to have to lead the charge and try to come back and win the 5th set. That's impressive.
Zimmerman. Pass, that's out. And the Falcons flying off to the start here in set number 1. And it's 2-0, a very rare mistake from Torres.
And that's, I mean, 2 points in a 5th set is 5 points. I mean, you've got to just zero in, get this first serve, make pass out of it. It's not impossible to stave off, but it's tough.
It was long. That's a freebie. Little side out, 2-1. Can't let it stretch. Gerard to serve. Arm swing. Well, there's a bit of indecision. Point Eastern Florida. It did tip.
It looked like it may have touched too. It may have touched, you know, Caitlin Thompson is shaking her head, but it either touched Simone Jackson or Caitlin Thompson. It'd be impossible if it didn't. See, yeah, right.
Direction change.
Yeah. It may have actually been Carrillo's left hand.
Ties it at 2. Gerard will serve again. Big fan of Kerry Walsh, Giselle. And there's an ace. Had 9 of those coming in. That's what you need to do. Now you're up 3-2. When was the last time Eastern Florida was ahead?
Yeah,
it's been a minute or two.
Yeah, it's been a while. A little bit of breathing room. It's nice.
Strong again. Zimmerman in the middle. All smiles is Carrillo. It's automatic.
I think people rule her out just because, you know, she's not the girl that shows up and hits on the 10-foot line in warm-ups, but she's a gamer, 100%. You put her in this match, she's gonna make plays.
Jackson with the first touch. She'll come back to Danielson.
Yeah, that was it.
4-3 Falcons. Throwable. Got that one. 4-4.
Good misread for Gerard. That ball may have gone out. Zimmerman gets her hands on it at the last second, but a much needed kill. Even the score up.
That's a bet. Volleyball dig by Patrick. In the back row. Gerard, not that time. How about Danielson? Got it.
We've seen Danielson kind of be that quiet X factor in this match. I mean, she has struggled in that first set, got taken out, put back in, and so far, because of the activation of that right side, the Falcons have been able to spread that offense a lot more.
Middle, big swing from Rivera.
Oh, great get.
Rivera again tried to just slam it, but didn't get it over the net first.
And you know how guilty you feel when your libero makes like the most diving play ever in the history of the world and gets like the perfect dig, and then you hit it into the net. Oh, yeah.
6-4. Oh. Throwable.
Oh, great dig.
Another dig. Too far wide. It is 7-4,
and what we saw the Titans do in the first and second set is just take advantage of that open line. And Froebel is one of the best and most efficient line hitters, I think, in the league. You know, you can see Carrillo hit the ball pretty well, but that was a bounce ball. Official wants to have a parlay with his captain, Gerard.
Jackson. Oh, a laser. That one's long. Wide.
And you see good teams air themselves out of fifth sets because they've never been there or they don't understand how fast it has to be. But you see, we're seeing it right now. We're seeing good teams kind of air themselves out of contention for this just because they're maybe trying to do too much or trying to read too much. Just stick to your game plan.
A bit of nerves as well, especially when you're not in this situation. You have to have those experiences to get better at them and be comfortable. 8-4, first to 15. Gets the spoils tonight. It was 25-22 in the first two sets for Carmelo Elotiz's Titans. Then it was 25-16 and 25-21 for Laura Booker Anderson's Falcons. That's where we're at now, 8-4, 4 points separating here in this fifth and decisive set. Can't fault the support tonight. Two teams I think in close proximity to. Got some visiting fans in as well, visiting parents. And an ace. 9-4.
That thing had like side spin, chop spin. I don't even know how that came out of her hand.
Cattywampus. 5-point lead, which is like 10. Line? Nope. It was wide. And it is 10-4. Starting to slip away here. And Coach Elatiza knows it. It'll take another timeout. 10-4.
Lutiza, you know, you can't make that shot if the line's not there. He's talking about keeping that elbow up. You know, there's a lot of technique. A lot of coaches don't talk about technique when the match is going on, but I think that those are really teachable moments. You know, they say that you teach in practice, but there's no better way to learn than actually in the game and response and understanding, okay, the next time this exact situation happens, because somebody called that out, now I'm going to make that adjustment. And I like that. Looks like Ilutiza is paying attention to that as he's in those huddles.
In your experience, how many coaches focus in on technique
Not many.
as opposed to just tactics,
Yeah,
right?
not many. And you'd be
He's
surprised.
a club coach,
yeah.
though. That's where you see it, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a lot where you see it, where you're in those teachable moments.
Oh, dump by Achapong. Was wise to that one. 11-4 out of that timeout. That one hurts.
And she's just, I mean, yeah, she may not be MB1, but look at the springs in these legs. Like, doesn't even have to load. Just gets up there, makes the play. Unbelievable.
The block. Jackson calls for it. Oh, flying in again, Carrillo. Frobel. Blocked.
Great
Kept
cover.
alive. On the back. Frobel.
Takes the setter out. Good play. Oh, she tried. I don't think you will ever see anyone cover as much floor as Torres does. Like, half of the world's covered, you know, 70% of the world is covered by water, 30% is by Torres. I swear.
12-4. And an ace. It is definitely slipping away now. 13-4.
I mean, yeah, you hate to see the wheels kind of come off a little bit for the Titans, but can we please just talk about the fact that Daytona State has done what they're doing right now? They were down 2 sets and are taking it to the 5th against a really tough, scrappy team in the Titans.
Frobel. Long. Point Eastern Florida.
Now serving Agatha Rodriguez.
Rodriguez back at the service strike. Just unloading, missing twice in a row. Danielson. Titans back in it, 13-6.
She just has a tendency to take her eye off the ball a little bit. You see when she swings, her head drops. Yeah, she just takes her eye off at that little split second, makes all the difference.
Oh, and the service error. It is now set and match point.
Now serving Riley Wyatt.
Wyatt to serve. Match point. Off the block. It'll be delayed at least that much. Point Titans.
That's a good swing by Patrick. You know, we've seen her on her 5th kill take advantage of the weakness in the block with the new blocker coming into the middle.
Serving Riley Patrick.
Goes back to serve.
Patrick on match point number 2. Daytona State by a touchdown and an extra point though. Frobel is blocked, joust. And that's the way it ends, 15-7.
Daytona wins in 5 sets.
Those 3 straight sets for the Falcons, and they win this match 3-2. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this on WEFS.
Get ready for a day of fun. Friday, October 29th, marks the return of the Eastern Florida State College Scholarship Golf Classic at the Rockledge Country Club. The fun begins with breakfast, followed by an 8:30 shotgun start. Immediately after the tournament, celebrate at the awards banquet with prizes awarded to winning teams. The tournament is a major fundraiser for the EFSC Foundation, with proceeds funding student scholarships. For the last 40 years, the foundation has provided essential financial support to EFSC students. You or your organization can help the foundation raise money this year by becoming a corporate sponsor, signing up with a team, or signing up as an individual. Tickets for all levels of participation are now available. For complete information on how you can help, call 321-433-7055.
Back in Melbourne, Eastern Florida State College falls in a 5-setter here at the Titan Fieldhouse. Jeff Radcliffe along with the head coach Carmelo Elatiza, and first 5-setter of the season, certainly a learning experience I think here tonight.
Yeah, that's been our season so far, up and down. Sometimes we come and look that we can be the best team in the conference, and sometimes we just don't have it. You know, it's just part of the experience. You have to get on the gym and keep working hard, and it's not the end of the season. We still have a long way to go, still a long season that we just still have to keep working and trying to fix what we can fix, and try to do the best effort that we can every day.
What's the message in the locker room here afterwards?
Honestly, I know they're disappointed. I know they are disappointed. I know that they wanted this match so bad. It's to the point that I cannot be negative. I just have to try to go encourage my team that this is another learning experience, and we just have to go in the gym, try to fix what we need to fix in order to beat teams like Daytona. They're a really good team, and they have a lot of discipline. So in order to beat teams like that, you have to have the same or better discipline than them.
Desiree Cruz typically in the middle. She's out on the right side in an emergency situation here tonight. She comes up with, by our count, 17 kills. Talk about her performance and what that may mean for you going forward.
Yeah, big adjustment of Desiree. She had been just practicing the outside right side position on the last, I would say 3-4 days, and I have a conversation with her before the match and explain to her that, I know it's going to be hard because she has been on the middle for the past year and a half with us, but I'm really proud of her. I think she stepped up to the plate. She did a great job knowing that she has to take that responsibility. So that's one of the positive things that we can always have to look, and I'm just trying to look at the positive right now and how can we become a better team and how can we become a better force to compete on this conference.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time. Best of luck the rest of the season.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you. So that's Coach Elatiza. His team loses a tough one tonight in 5 sets to Daytona State College. Be back in action here against Monroe College on Friday, and then Hillsborough Community College on Tuesday. For our entire crew, for Aaron Campbell, my partner, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from Melbourne. Titans fall 3-2 tonight to the Falcons. Good night, everybody.
Get ready for a day of fun. Friday, October 29th, marks the return of the Eastern Florida State College Scholarship Golf Classic at the Rockledge Country Club. The fun begins with breakfast, followed by an 8:30 shotgun start. Immediately after the tournament, celebrate at the awards banquet with prizes awarded to winning teams. The tournament is a major fundraiser for the EFSC Foundation, with proceeds funding student scholarships. For the last 40 years, the foundation has provided essential financial support to EFSC students. You or your organization can help the foundation raise money this year by becoming a corporate sponsor, signing up with a team, or signing up as an individual. Tickets for all levels of participation are now available. For complete information on how you can help, call 321-433-7055.
Biotechnology is not just limited to the medical field. We're starting to train individuals to also be in the criminal forensics field, where we're now taking students who have criminal justice degrees, training them to understand enough medicine that they can then go process samples, much of which are genetic techniques, to help with crime solving. Right now we use the exact same curriculum that a biotechnology student looking to go in a clinical lab setting would would take. Much of the techniques that they use, the genetic techniques and the chemical techniques, are all the same. It's just what you do with the information when you're finished that changes.